last night, David Schuster reported on the 7 p.m. Eastern Time nightly newscast that the FBI has completed its examination of Hillary Clinton's private email server after an investigation lasting nearly a year. Schuster states investigators are nearing a verdict whether to seek criminal charges against Hillary Clinton. This is what Schuster said, quote, "While Hillary Clinton fights for the Democratic presidential nomination, law enforcement officials tell Al Jazeera America the federal investigation into her personal email system while she was Secretary of State has reached a critical stage. The FBI, led by Director James Comey, has now finished examining Clinton's private emails and home server. And the sources add that Comey's FBI team has been joined by the Justice Department prosecutors. Together, they are now examining the evidence, analyzing relevant laws, and attempting to arrange interviews with key figures in the investigation. Those interviews, according to attorneys, will include former State Department aides Philippe Reines, former Clinton Chief of Staff Cheryl Mills, and Clinton herself. Soon after those interviews, in the next few days and weeks, officials expect Director Comey to make his recommendation to Attorney General Loretta Lynch about potential criminal charges." End quote, David Schuster. Now, you remember last year, Clinton admitted to David Muir on ABC that she made a mistake in using a private email system, but continues to insist she did nothing illegal in any capacity whatsoever. How this is the part that I don't get. I'm not going to get on the bandwagon of I'm like Bernie Sanders, who said to her, "I'm sick of hearing about your emails." Me too. But God damn it, if you're the Secretary of State of the most belligerent and powerful nation on earth, with more destructive power than all the other nations combined, if you're the Secretary of State and you're dealing with all sorts of governments around the world, left, right, in between, plus you and your husband have a foundation that, takes in money. But if you're the Secretary of State, how can you be so incredibly stupid, not careless, stupid, as to have a private email server where government correspondence passes through? Now, government correspondence because she was Secretary of State. How can you do that? Would you do that? Schuster finished his report this way, quote, "Because there is now every sign the Clinton email investigation is quickly headed toward a conclusion, whether it's her exoneration or indictment. In terms of timing, sources expect the conclusion to come in weeks, not months. And they add that Hillary Clinton's interview with the FBI, which could come in days, could be crucial. I hope Hillary Clinton doesn't lie to the FBI, because that puts you in jail. That's what happened to Martha Stewart. Every once in a while I hear somebody say, well, Martha Stewart was insider trading. No, she wasn't. She never did insider trading. She wasn't even accused of that. What she was accused of and what she went to jail for was lying to the FBI. Now, why she lied, I don't know, don't care. But that's why she went to jail. I'm sure that Hillary Clinton understands that. But what if she's asked questions? Now, let me just back up a little bit. Like any good lawyer, the prosecutors with the Justice Department and the FBI do not ask questions that they don't already have the answer to. You know that as well as I do. A prosecuting attorney or a defense attorney in a trial, when they ask all those questions to the witness on the stand, they know goddamn good and well what the witness has to say. And if the witness doesn't say it, woo, perjury. So here's Hillary Clinton, who is going to be asked questions, apparently, by the director of the FBI. Well, that's understandable. I mean, she was Secretary of State. She was a senator. Well, they're going to send some junior grade FBI agent. Hi, Mr. Clinton, can I ask you some questions? You like my gun? No. So they're going to send in Director Comey and prosecutors from the Justice Department. That sounds a little creepy to me, doesn't it to you? I wonder if Hillary is, maybe that's why she just went off on that woman today. That must be very stressful. How would you like to know that you have an interview coming up with the head of the FBI and prosecutors from the Justice Department? Jesus Christ. I mean, I would probably confess to everything. I did it. Yes. Okay. So anyway, if all this is accurate, what David Schuster presented on Al Jazeera America, Hillary Clinton goes before Director Comey and the FBI in a matter of days. And the outcome of that interview, obviously, could end up changing the entire race for the White House. So you might as well call it another day, another hour in this impossibly insane quest for the presidency. Have you ever seen anything like this? Neither have I.